What's up, real MVPs? Ricky Widmer here, and welcome into another edition of MVP Games Live right here. You may be watching us live on YouTube. You may be watching us after the fact. However you are watching us today, thank you for giving us your support and giving us a little bit of your time. I don't know why I'm so aggressive today with the chops at the camera, but I am joined, as I always am. Yeah, I'm kung fu fighting, as the 90s would told me. Hey, yeah, I'm always joined with my beautiful co-host, Soapy Muffin.
Hey,
Soapy, how you doing? It has been a little bit of a give and go here, as we have been off the channel for about 2 days. Things happen in real life, but how you doing on this great Thursday, the kickoff of the greatest weekend in gaming?
I'm doing fantastic. Watched it live. Creamed myself a little bit, I'm not gonna lie.
Soapy had to clean up before the show a little bit, right?
I had to hop in a long shower afterwards and think about it.
Nice cold shower, right? Nice cold
it was
shower.
It was a
shower.
Yeah, it was a nice cold shower. It was post kickoff clarity.
Yeah, post kickoff clarity, as we did have the Summer Games Kickoff Fest, or the Summer Games Fest kickoff is how those words should have actually been ordered. We have reactions to that to go through. Plus, Soapy and I have to take a look. We have not officially taken our look at what is to come this week at E3. How we're going to do that is basically I have a bunch of predictions. I watch Kind of Funny's predictions every single year. I have some of those. I have basically Polygon, IGN, Kotaku, PC Gamer, everywhere you can see predictions. I wrote them down, and we're going to go through a couple at the end of the show to figure out what is and what will not be happening this weekend. But before we get into everything, though, make sure to check out the Discord, the MVP Discord. It's always popping off, always people talking in there. We were talking in gaming about the Summer Games Fest with Elden Ring. We're talking in TV today, as Soapy is excited because JD told both Soapy and I that Shorzy is getting his own spin-off series from the Letterkenny universe. So let's go. Give you balls a tug. So go ahead, join the Discord today. That link down below. Also, if you want to support us, you can check out patreon.com/MVPvids, where you can support us at either the bronze, the silver, the gold, or the platinum level. Link down below. And thank you to our Patreon sponsor, Pat Hill. Also, you can go ahead and hit that sub button and that notification button. That'll tell you when we post videos, when we go live, all that good stuff. You want to be subbed to MVP Entertainment. You never want to miss a video from us. But Soapy, let's get into the first thing, and we'll start off with Summer Games Fest. There was a little bit that happened. However, the biggest thing that happened is not only did we get an Elden Ring trailer, but, Soapy, we also got a date, January 2022. We are getting Elden Ring, and I will say, there was a little victory lap being taken by somebody on this show today. Not going to say who, because one of their predictions finally hit. However, I am going to bring up, we are changing things to where Soapy said at the Game Awards, we're going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of it and just give you the win.
The loophole works.
Yeah, it was on the Game Awards Twitch channel, so technically it was at the Game Awards, but really it was at Summer Games Fest. But yeah, I'm going to let you take your victory lap, man. You said we were going to get a release date this year.
Oh, dude, I saw it, and the second I saw it, I was like, this is something big. Like, obviously, at first, they start off just with a black screen.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I was like, okay. I saw Bandai Namco, and I'm like, no, there's no fucking way this is happening. And I saw George's name, and I'm like, all right, boys, it's a fucking wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the dub has been secured.
Yeah, and I mean, so here's the thing. I have yet to see the trailer. I have yet to see it, because I was working on a video that we're putting out for MVP Sports. I have not seen it yet. So what I'm going to do, Soapy, is I'm going to try to work out how exactly I'm going to do this. I think what I'm going to do is put us over like that. Let's see. I'm going to take the Elden Ring. I'm going to put that up here. Oh, I can't do it that way. That's right. Because originally I was trying to put us in the corner, but I can't do that because if I do, then we're not going to be able to play the trailer. So what we're going to do instead is we're just going to talk over the trailer, and I'm going to be able to see it for the first time. But in your mind, what from the trailer was like your get hyped moment from Elden Ring?
It looks so much like fucking Dark Souls. Like, it is, and obviously, it's made from the people who Dark Souls. Like, no shit, Sherlock. It's gonna look like Dark Souls. The only thing was, like, I thought it was gonna take this, like, weird approach to Dark Souls. No. It literally looks like I'm playing Dark Souls' love child.
Oh, it looks fucking beautiful.
I loved every fucking second of it. There's not a single goddamn thing someone could tell me to make me not excited for this game. They could tell me this game's fucking doo-doo cheeks and doo-doo paper, and I would sit there and tell them, like, well, no, you know what? It's a From Software game, it's Bandai Namco, George R. Martin wrote it, it can't be bad. Once again, like I said, I do not care if this game fucking stinks. I probably won't care.
So,
It'll never get me fucking stopped, but...
And yet again, I asked this because I have not played Dark Souls. Dark Souls is basically a like one-person story mode game, right?
Yes. There is some form of co-op. I don't know if they'll have it in Elden Ring, though.
So basically, we're expecting a George R. Martin story, basically in the style of Dark Souls.
Oh, yeah. And it's also written as well by Miyazaki, who's the guy who wrote Dark Souls. Basically, those two together, and I'm like, I want to know what type of sick and twisted shit these two can think of. Miyazaki is definitely the sick and twisted mind of the two. Martin's the one who, like,
have you met George R. Martin, man? Like,
Miyazaki made an entire creature that perverted about its dead sister.
I mean,
promise you, Martin can't compete with this man.
Do I have to bring up Game of Thrones and wiener? I mean...
Because you put dicks in it don't mean it's sick and twisted, my guy.
I mean, good point. No, this is fucking... Just watching this is fucking badass. Like, I cannot wait to... I've never played, like I said, any of the Dark Souls games. I am definitely going to be diving in to this game. And really already, like, just from the trailer, you say, like, what sick and twisted stuff could they come up with? I mean, just looking at it, there's some shit to where it's like, we're even seeing in the trailer to where it's like, some of these creatures that we're fighting look kind of, I want to use the word gnarly, but I don't know if gnarly is the right word to use.
Oh, yeah. It's just the fact that, like, they kept the aesthetic of Dark Souls, and I think that's what does this game fucking justice.
Okay.
Dark Souls has always been, like, that over-the-top, like, this is what this is, like, it's always had this type of art style which really accentuates the beauty of the game. And the fact that now you have someone who makes sick twisted shit and someone who's a great writer coming together to make just this fucking beautiful love child, I'm too excited.
Yeah, and,
put it in my fucking hands already.
And right there, you said put it in your hands already. I paused it, Soapy, because we are going to get this January 21st, just 4 days after Ricky turns 32, we are going to get Elden Ring into our hands. So I guess it's a happy birthday to me in that regards. But the next thing we will go on into is fuck it. I'll ask you, what's the next thing do you want to hit? Do you want to hit Lost Ark? Do you want to hit Evil Dead the game? Or do you want to hit Tiny Tina's Wonderland?
Let's hit Evil Dead. Actually, no, let's do Lost Ark first, because I don't really have too much to say about that.
Yeah, and I was honestly, for this one, gonna let you kind of take the ship early on, because Lost Ark was something that you are more familiar with than I am.
So, basically, Lost Ark is the game that Amazon Games has been working on. Essentially, it's already been a thing. Essentially, Amazon Games is bringing it to the West in 2021, so anyone who's into MMOs is probably going to really like that. I know a lot of people have, like, praised this game in the past, being really good and everything, and obviously, if you're a fan of MMOs, you'll probably fucking love this game.
Great. Another MMO that I have to get into, Soapy.
Did you have to get into it though?
I don't know, man. Like, I'm playing World of Warcraft right now, and I'm trying to split up my time between that and MLB The Show. Now I'm going to have this MMO that I'm going to have to check out. Like, the thing that it reminds me of is, and I'm not saying the game, I'm saying the part that this reminds me of is when you say, oh, like they're bringing it to the West. And really, you know what? I kind of get it. Looking at the trailer, I do kind of get like a Phantasy Star vibe from this. Yeah, a little bit of the style. More of a... Yeah, a little bit like Final Fantasy Star, but like when you said, oh, they're bringing it to the West, I was like, oh, this is like Phantasy Star, where we're just like, oh, this is a great game, but you know what? The basically Japan, Korea, they all get the game, but no, the Americas cannot get the game whatsoever. This is something that I don't know if I'm going to check out, to be honest with you. It's not that I don't like what I'm seeing right now. It's just the fact of, is it going to be, as we get closer to fall 2021, is it going to draw me in? And I'm going to suspect, Soapy, that this is not a game that you check out, only because I feel like it's going to be on PC, and we all know Soapy's PC situation right now.
I mean, it's also just I don't really like MMOs to begin with, so this game's already not on my radar.
Okay.
I just thought it'd be, a good idea to bring it up at least, just in case if someone didn't see Summer Games and they were like, oh, we kind of want to get a general idea of what came out.
I mean,
this is what Amazon's been working with.
Also, for people who did not see the Summer's Game Fest, we had a cameo by an actor that you were very hyped about, Soapy.
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum, the man that when he was younger exuded sexual energy. Apartments.com, the man who's been in like 500 Jurassic Park movies. They brought him in one time, paid him like $1 million to say 3 words.
Yep.
Dude, he was there. He helped announce Jurassic Park Evolution 2, which essentially, for anyone who doesn't know, that was the park building game that they made, I think, 2 years ago. Basically, it's just a Jurassic World theme where you incubate the eggs, kind of grow them, make sure your park doesn't fucking kill everybody.
So basically, it's Dinosaur Sims or Jurassic Park Sims.
I mean, it's more of like it's like a roller coaster tycoon, but with dinosaurs.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's why, like, the reason why I didn't pull that trailer up is I was like, we're going to mention Jeff Goldblum, but that is not a game that I'm excited for. The next one that we'll talk about is, and this is something I want to ask you, Soapy, is, so we got some Borderlands, the spin-off game that they're making from Borderlands, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I'm going to ask you, because you are the Borderland #1 fan on the show. You are the fanboy, however you want to put it, the expert. When it comes to you, Soapy, where if it's anything Borderlands, except for the movie, you're going to digest it and check it out. How hyped or excited are you for this spin-off, which is Tiny Tina's Wonderlands?
I am fucking ecstatic. It's mostly because the fact of the stuff that we know about it so far, is that there's complete customization. So your Vault Hunter will look like whatever the fuck you want your Vault Hunter to look like.
Fucking let's go.
There's the belief abilities are going to be customizable. That part we don't really know everything about just yet. There's the fact that, one, this is basically in the same style they did for Borderlands 2's DLC that is my favorite from the game, Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep. And it's just the fact of, they've already kind of shown in the trailer as well, like, there's still that Borderlands comedy, and it feels like they went back to the good comedy, not Borderlands 3 comedy of, like, fart jokes.
I'm
looking forward to this.
I'm cutting you off because as the trailer's playing, everyone can see it. The part I started giggling at while you were talking is when they're going through, like, the entire cast, which, by the way, what a fun, like, I'm gonna fast forward to that where they start showing starring who's in this game. Like, the voice actors and actresses alone, like Andy Samberg, Wanda Sykes, Will Arnett, fucking yes. And then finally, like you said, the going back to fuck, what, why is it blanking me? The good comedy is when, like, in the trailer they go, and Her Royal Highness, Butt Stallion.
I love the fact that Butt Stallion's making a return, because Butt Stallion,
yeah.
if to my knowledge, is not in Borderlands 3, if I remember correctly. I may have just zoned out or something with it.
Butt Stallion, Butt Stallion.
Yeah. I hope to God, and this is just a random thing, I hope to God Handsome Jack has absolutely nothing to do with this game. It's my only thing.
You don't want
just
him anywhere
please, for
near
the
it?
love of... He has been in almost every fucking Borderlands game.
Yeah.
One
except
game
for,
he is
except
not
for
in.
the first one, right?
The very first one is the only one he is not in. Because otherwise he's in 2, he's in the prequel, he's in 3, he's in Tales of the Borderlands. He's in all of them. It's like, bro, we get it. You peaked with Jack. Fucking stop.
You peaked with Jack. Correct me if I'm wrong, because it's been a while since I played 2. Butt Stallion was in reference to Handsome Jack, right?
It was the horse that he bought made out of diamonds.
That's right, Butt Stallion.
Butt Stallion's original name before he called it Butt Stallion was going to be Shit for Brains.
Shit for brain. I can't wait for it, especially, like I said, that cast. Now, Dumb Me, Ashley Birch is Critical Role Ashley, right?
No.
No, who?
It's different Ashley.
Why am I blanking on, like, I should know that name, but the fucking face ain't coming to my...
Ashley Birch has played Tiny Tina before.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember other stuff she's been in.
I saw the name and I was like, I know that name. Why is the face not coming to my head?
Ashley, you're thinking of is Ashley Johnson.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. I'm trying.
Ashley Birch, she's short, like black hair, almost has like a mom haircut. I don't know, that doesn't narrow it down too much, but like.
What else was she in though?
I don't know. She's been in.
I
love how I say everything like I would know.
She's in everything.
No fucking anybody.
And then nothing.
I literally don't know anything she's been in.
Oh, yeah, I fucking seen her. Yeah. She was in Attack on Titan. That's it. Attack on Titan, Mythic Quest. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's right. She was fucking, she was Kate Bishop in, the Avengers DLC. Okay, now I know who. Like, I'm like, why is the face not coming into my head? And then Soapy, when it comes to Summer Games Fest, the last thing on the docket, and I keep pulling up our outlier because I'm like, oh, we're eventually going to be talking just you and I on screen. But the last one is Evil Dead, the game. This is the one that when I went on Twitter, I saw was trending before even Elden Ring was trending. So that tells you something. Game of the year right here, Evil Dead the game. But what's your thoughts about Evil Dead? Is this like, and yet again, this is me asking, is this basically like what Friday the 13th was, or is this something totally different from that?
I honestly have no fucking idea, because I had like 3 things run through my head when I first saw it, because when I was watching, it's like, are we finally getting Friday the 13th DLC?
Yeah. That
was my first thought. I was like, no. And like I saw one of the monsters, and I'm like, oh, like this is a Dead by Daylight update?
Mm-hmm.
And my fucking third part was, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. A game that looks exactly like both of those. Fucking Evil Dead's coming out.
Yeah, I mean, like, watching the gameplay, it looks like, even like when they're driving the car, it looks exactly like Friday the 13th. But like, there's a part of me that goes,
I think it's the same studio, I think.
Is this going to be a co-op game? Like, how they show the 4 people, is this going to be basically to where it's like, it's you guys stranded in the woods, and it's almost, is it almost going to be like Nazi zombies, but with an Evil Dead skin?
See, I don't think it's going to be like Nazi zombies. I think it's going to be more like Friday the 13th.
I'm seeing like, oh, we're getting upgrades. Oh, you got to do this. Oh, we're killing zombies. Like,
just because if we're talking about killing zombies, then everything's fucking
but I'm saying,
Left 4 Dead in that case.
If it's going to be something to where it's like, oh, here's just an endless mob of zombies that you and your friends have to kill in this open world. I mean, is this going to be a game, like, how much playability is this game going to have? Because I'll be honest, Nazi zombies, after a couple rounds, it gets old pretty fast.
I mean, I think it's going to be in the Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
So, the main question is just who the fuck gets to play Ash, aka who gets to be the best one out of the entire group. Because I'm just
Whoever
gonna say
clicks
right
on
now,
him first, my guy.
I know they're gonna have it that like, oh, these are gonna be all different iterations of Ash or some stupid shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Say stupid shit like that's the way how you get around having it that someone can play Ash and another person can't.
Yeah. I don't
Like
know, man.
the only,
The fucking dude with the sword is killer.
I don't know, like, I'm just saying, dude. Like you can have a sword and all, that's cool, but like,
But a
I'd rather have a
chainsaw
fucking
for-
chainsaw hand.
Oh, just fucking
A fun fact: I
stab
went back
him.
and watched the old Evil Dead movies. I forgot how fucking fun those movies are.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and yet again, it's gonna... I can't wait to see when we get more on the Evil Dead game because, this trailer, it doesn't really give you a whole lot to kind of like work around and stuff. But Soapy, let's segue into the second half of our show. We've looked at the Summer Games Fest stuff we wanted to look at from the kickoff. Now we are taking a look at some of the biggest predictions or what people think are going to happen this weekend. And a couple of them I can already take off the list. Like, for example, I had on here, because we were supposed to do it earlier this week, basically a Elden Ring. We get a trailer. I can fucking take that off, because we've already gotten Elden Ring. We got it the first day. I don't have to wait until this weekend to get it. So I'm just going to mention a few. The first one I am going to mention, I'll be completely honest, I am hitting near and dear to your heart. I am tugging at the Soapy Muffin heartstring. Do we get a closer look at Fable this weekend? Or will we go an entire weekend of not seeing anything from Fable?
Fucking better. I demand to see that goddamn game. Sorry, I feel like my mouth's full of meat. Cheers.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Frustrating eating.
You're good.
Thinking about the fact I haven't seen fucking Fable in like a year. That's all I want, man. I just want Fable. It's not too hard to ask.
But
Just on my hands and knees begging.
But like that's the thing, to where it's like, that's one to where it's like you could say like, oh, is it gonna happen? And it's like, I don't really know, but I hope it happens. And like this is a game to where I'll ask this question: if we don't see anything from Fable this weekend, does it kill your hope for I don't want to say kill your hope, but like, does it basically put into like, okay, A, when the fuck am I going to see an update from this game? And 2, should I be worried about this game?
I'm not worried about it. No matter how long it takes, could have literally they could have just shown us the frog eating the stupid fairy. Just be like, oh, hey, it's coming.
Just show it again. Show the same thing again. Hey, it's coming.
You may as well just
Don't
show me
worry.
again, so you can remind me it's coming again.
Don't worry,
can act
guys. It is
surprised.
coming. Here's the frog eating the fairy. Yeah, that was one I'm just going to start off with because, Soapy absolutely loves his Fable and wants it this weekend to see more of it. Next one here's one that I thought was interesting. And I'm actually curating the source here this is Andy Cortez. If you're not following him, the Nitro Rifle, go ahead and follow him. He's a great follow on Twitter. He made a prediction on the Kinda Funny podcast where he said, not only do we get a Switch Pro trailer at the Nintendo Direct, which I was like, that's right on. We're like, the two things I want from the Nintendo Direct, one I know we're going to get, the other I don't know if we're going to get, but we should get, is the Switch Pro trailer. They're going to show something about the Switch Pro, maybe even give us a date. The other one that I don't know if we get that I really want to get is, give me something with Breath of the Wild. They acknowledged it the last big direct that we watched where they were like, hey, we know you want it. We are working on it. We just want to tell you we're not ready to show anything yet. I don't need a date. I don't need anything like that. A date would be great because then I'd be right because I said we were going to get Breath of the Wild this year. But give me something with Breath of the Wild too. Like, it could be like what you said with Fable. It could even be a little bit of a teaser. Doesn't even need to be a full trailer. But the thing that getting to the original thing is with the Switch Pro. Andy didn't just say, hey, we're going to get a Switch Pro revealed and get that trailer. He made the prediction of a studio is going to make and reveal a third-party game exclusive for the Switch Pro. Soapy, I just wanted to ask you, that's kind of going real specific. Could we ever get that? Just the idea of a game studio saying, and Nintendo working towards like, hey, we're going to make this game, but it's going to be exclusive to our Switch Pro that we're coming out with.
I mean, I could see a company doing it. I don't know if any company would, though.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo tends to be really picky with what they let on their consoles.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you know, they've kind of laxed a little bit.
Yeah.
Over the years, but like they're still really picky. Oh, I don't think we see for the Switch Pro do that. It's mostly just because they've also been really protective of what ends up on their console anyways.
Do you think we get a Switch Pro trailer?
I think we see something with the Switch Pro. I don't think we see... I don't think we get the game part, but I think we do hear something about the Switch Pro.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe get like a tech demo or something.
Yeah, I mean, with me, like, Nintendo, that's the one thing, like, the one thing that I know for sure in my mind is, like, hey, we're probably going to get a Switch Pro revealed. Because, like, this is something to where I think it was either the headlines that we saw, basically, or, like, articles a couple months back of, like, they want to target the Christmas season for their Switch Pro, correct? I think I remember us talking about that.
Maybe. I honestly don't remember.
Okay.
90% of the time when we talk about Nintendo, I just zone it out sometimes afterwards.
Soapy's like, I hate Nintendo. Don't make me talk about it.
I don't hate Nintendo. I'm going to specify it again. I hate the praise they get for doing the same shit over and over again.
I'm scanning to see if there's any more Nintendo on here. Oh, last thing from Nintendo that I'll ask you then. Well, there's two, but one has to wait till the end. Do you think Nintendo reveals the final two DLC characters for Super Smash Bros? Or do they wait until like Game of the Year? Or Game Awards, I should say.
I think we probably don't hear about them until Game Awards.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because the last time we got two new characters, it was at the Game Awards. I feel like E3 is a little bit too soon, unless they're going to do the thing where, hey, we get one here and then one at the Game Awards. The next thing I'm going to ask you, Soapy, is, yet again, it's kind of near and dear to our hearts, but especially you, with how much you liked Rockstar Gaming. Check out Monday's show on the channel where we talked about our favorite game devs, where we mentioned Rockstar Studios. Does GTA 6 get an official teaser? Do we get a tease finally for GTA 6 and they finally put GTA 5 to bed?
Only thing we're getting with GTA is we're getting another GTA 5 DLC.
Okay. Do you think it's going to be a GTA 5 DLC?
I'm being serious. I guarantee we do not get GTA 6 for like another year.
Really? See,
I don't think we get it till next year.
It's
even just like a trailer.
I don't know if... How do I want to put this, Soapy? I don't know if right now is the right time for a GTA 6 tease, but there's a part of me that goes, this year has to be the year. Like when I did our predictions at the beginning of the year, Soaps, I was like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and say at the Game Awards, because by the end of 2021, that could be something to where it's like, okay, you give a tease at the Game Awards at 2021, then you give a trailer at E3 or Summer Games Fest in 2022. Boom, you either release it early 2023 or late 2022. That's kind of the map that's going on in my head with GTA 6. So that's the thing. I don't know if we get it. Do I want it this weekend? Hell yeah. I want GTA 6 hardcore. I remember talking on the show, hey, all these cryptic messages, they showed this this coordinate where the roads kind of make a 6 in Roman numerals. Soapy, they're trying to communicate with us, and he basically called me crazy and told me to put the crack pipe down. But like, yeah, there's a part of me that's like, you know what? I really want it this weekend, but I don't know if I can say we're definitely going to get it at E3 this weekend.
Yeah, I think the reason we also don't get it this year is just the absolute huge popularity of GTA 5 RP. I think Rockstar just rides that out.
Yeah.
And they're going to be like, all right, fuck you guys are making us more money.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I want it. I want it so bad. But it's just like I wouldn't hitch my actually fuck it. Jesus. I just contradicted myself, Soapy, because I look back at our predictions. Guess what I said at the beginning of the year?
And GTA 6 at E3.
Yeah, it's going to be revealed at E3. So fuck it is getting revealed. It is the perfect time, Soapy, to reveal GTA 6. We got to speak that into existence. Let's see. From my list, let's see what we're looking at. What's one? Obviously, and this is one that's like a little single, a little bloop. Bethesda shows off Starfield, right? Like that's a for sure.
I think that's a pretty strong case.
Now, do we get a new BioShock game trailer reveal?
I don't think so. I don't think they're ready to show that just yet.
How about, and yet again this is Xbox, back to them, Halo Infinite. Do we get anything? Now, the prediction I saw is that we're going to get another gameplay trailer. If you are Xbox, Soapy, and you need to show off E3 footage, what do you want to see from basically from Halo Infinite if they show anything?
I want to see the brutes in the game that look like they're made out of Play-Doh.
Oh man, from when we saw it, back in August of, what was that, August of 2019?
I think so.
Yeah, August of 2019 is when we last saw that trailer, but go on.
Yeah, I just want to see the game run better.
Mm-hmm.
Certain things in the game just look better. I don't have too much to want for it because honestly, I'm not going to play it.
So you're not going to play Halo Infinite?
I have not liked the Halo game since Reach.
Okay.
That's why I'm not doing it.
Okay. Two more that I have before getting into three more I have before getting into some like wild predictions that I read. First one is WWE 2K22. Do we see gameplay? Do we see anything from WWE's game this weekend, whether it's Summer Game Fest or if it's E3?
No, they never show us gameplay.
Yeah, I'm on the same thing. When I saw that, I was like, I don't know if 2K shows off anything from WWE. I saw another website that said that they think we're going to get Tales of the Borderlands 2. I don't know. Like, they even said on top of Wonderlands, I think that Wonderlands is pretty much it, right? Or do you think at the Gearbox, because Gearbox is going to have a showcase, I think that's the 2K and Gearbox kind of combined one. Do they surprise us with something that's like, you talk about how great Tales of the Borderlands is, do they surprise us with a sequel to that game?
And if they do a sequel, it has to be different characters.
Mm-hmm. Obviously.
Either that, or you pick up directly after Tales of the Borderlands 1.
Yeah.
The only thing is we know what happens to all the characters.
Mm-hmm.
We know what happens to most of them. There's one character we don't know what happens to him.
Yeah.
We know Vaughn gets stranded on Pandora,
mm-hmm.
becomes a psycho. We know that Reese becomes the leader of Atlas.
Mm-hmm.
We know Reese and Fiona basically get married.
Mm-hmm.
We don't remember what happens to like Fiona's sister.
So basically, it's like writing a whole new story with new characters.
Unless you're telling the story of like right after they stop following the Traveler, I think is what the Vault monster they were following was.
Yeah.
Unless you tell a different story, like the story directly after that. The only thing is, like, you already don't have much to go off of after that.
Mm-hmm.
Because by the end of the story, we already kind of know everything.
Yeah.
And also, then even that, who are you going to kill off in the fucking Tales of the Borderlands? The fan base isn't going to like that you kill off again anyways. You killed off Scooter and fucking Tails. Who are you going to kill off this time?
Soapy's like, please stop killing off my characters.
I do, honestly, kill off Ava. Kill her. No one likes her.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to, but just kill Ava.
Yeah. And then the last one before I throw out some wild ones that I liked was, do we get a Saints Row? What would it be? I think it's Saints Row 5 at this point. Would that be the new one?
Just put a fucking tombstone in the Saints Row series, please.
You don't want to see another one? No?
Oh, dude, like, I get it. Saints Row wanted to be unique, and I got tired of hearing them like, you guys are a GTA clone.
Mm-hmm.
GTA clone. Bro, the fact that I'm a fucking superhero president in the fourth one, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even trying to be like a fucking boomer.
Mm-hmm.
I can take comedy in games, and that's fine. I think Saints Row 3 had like the perfect comedy for the series, besides the fucking like penetrator, which is the giant fucking dildo sword you can use.
Yeah.
Like, once it got to 4, like, to me personally, I was just like, really? I'm like, what else are we gonna fucking do now? Am I fucking king of the universe?
Mm-hmm.
Some bigger fish to fry pops out of fucking nowhere.
Some bigger fish to fry pops up. Yeah, I mean...
Am I gonna fight fucking God in the next one, and I'm gonna become God of the universe after this?
Yeah, I mean, for me, yet again, don't know if I would die on that sword with that prediction. And then some of the wild ones that I liked was one of them that I didn't even fucking think about, Soapy, is I saw a prediction out there, and this kind of goes into two of them, come back to one, but one of the predictions was that EA will bring back the brand EA Big, and that we're going to get a new either NFL Street or NBA Street games, which the kid in me, Soapy, says, Jesus Christ, give me a street game, especially NBA Street with the current NBA players that we have. Give me that, because that would be amazing. Then on top of it, I saw another prediction where they said the EA Big brand would not only be coming back, but the Def Jam Revival would also be coming back under the label EA Big.
I think we get one of those two. I don't think we get both.
Which one would you put your money on, Def Jam or EA Big?
If EA Big's gonna come back and Def Jam's gonna be involved with it, probably say Def Jam.
Okay, yeah, because didn't we see something like a few months ago about a Def Jam? Like, was it people
Talked about it
for
coming back?
Okay, because like
basically people who own like the Def Jam Twitter, like for the game, shit were like, oh, do you guys want another Def Jam game?
And everyone's like, yes, give us a Def Jam game. We totally want one. We can watch Xavier Woods play it on Up, Up, Down, Down and stuff like that. The other one, the last thing I'm going to mention, this is more for me, Soapy. This is me. I'm being very selfish here at the end of the show. We know that there is a game in the works, a Donkey Kong game in the works from Nintendo. And the wild prediction I saw is that it's going to be a sequel to Donkey Kong 64. I don't know what you call it. I don't know if you call it Donkey Kong 64 too.
Donkey Kong 128, my guy.
Donkey Kong Switch. That's what you call it. You just put the console after the fucking name. But like, God, that would be awesome. Like, and I was listening to the prediction because it was a podcast, and like, not only would it be awesome to get a sequel to that game, as Donkey Kong 64 fans have been clamoring for one since that game came out. Oh, did that game come out in the late 90s, or was that an early 2000s game? I think that was late 90s, like 98 is I think that game came out, because that kind of seems, let's see, Donkey Kong 64, 1999. I was a year off. So the late 90s, we've been wanting a game for nearly 21 years of just anything for it. And I would think if they were going to come out to a sequel of that game, they would have to introduce new Kongs, right? There would have to be new Kongs to the Kong family.
Maybe. Who knows? Maybe they finally kill off fucking Grandpa Kong.
Oh man,
It has been 21 years, dude, and he looked like old as a fucking dirt in the first one. So
you can't kill off Grandpa Kong, man. Grandpa Kong's all the
Hey,
way
dude.
from the original.
I mean, hey, dude, sometimes the original's gotta die, alright?
He dies and Donkey's got to avenge his death with the other Kongs. Is that what we're going with?
We're just gonna make it to where, like, King K. Rool just has, like, the fucking Thanos gauntlet. He's gonna snap Cranky out of existence.
Is there any... So, before we end the show, I want to ask you, because I don't know if you have any on your mind. Is there anything on your mind that we did not bring up that you're like, you know what? I'm not going as, like, official, hold me to it prediction, but, like, is there something you think is going to happen that we haven't talked about, or something you want to see from this weekend?
I think we see, we get something about State of Decay 3.
Okay.
We got that trailer last year.
Yep.
I think we finally get a release date.
You're talking about the one with the deer in the snow?
Yeah.
With the bow and arrow?
I think we get that. I do think we get an Elder Scrolls 6 trailer.
Okay.
I think that what we get is a thing this is, I don't want to say like a bold prediction. I think we see Epic and Sony announce an exclusive partnership.
Okay.
For games on PC, basically. So that's their weird way of breaking, or basically a, like, oh, if you want to play like Horizon Forbidden West, whenever that comes out on PC, it'll be like, boom, you have to get it through the Epic launcher. I think that's something they may do. I don't know if CD Projekt Red's going to be there, if they act as like a surrogate through somebody. I think if they do show up, they announce they're canceling multiplayer for Cyberpunk. And I think they have... This is where the PR move comes in. This is the fucking big brain. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Make every DLC for Cyberpunk free.
Ooh. So,
also, I think we get something about Witcher 4.
Because you fucked up so much, we're just going to make all the DLCs free.
Or at least, like, the big four.
Okay.
I think that's what they
would be
do. Either,
that
like...
would be I don't want to say it would be a power move, but, like, that would be a move that's like, holy shit, they're serious about winning back fans.
Yeah. Just other predictions... I think we get a Psychonauts 2 actual release date.
Okay. Does Jack Black cameo for that?
I hope to God he does.
You gotta have him cameo for it.
I think this is one that I just kind of want. I want XCOM 3 to get teased.
I know that there was a leak of the Marvel XCOM crossover.
So let's see here.
I don't know if that hypes you up, Soapy, because it's Marvel and XCOM.
Yeah, don't really care.
Soapy's like, nah, doesn't appeal to me at all, bro.
Trying to think. I think Konami's showing up at E3 if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
I think Konami just lets us down again.
They might be a part of the Square Enix showcase.
And this is the absolute power move.
Mm-hmm.
Since, and I'm going to explain this because...
You said Sims, right? I heard you right? Sims?
It's a... I don't know what the fuck I was in between saying.
Okay.
I think Xbox pulls the ultimate power move.
Yeah.
Purchase the Metal Gear Solid IP from Kojima, making an Xbox exclusive.
And we get a new Metal Gear game?
Uh-huh. Because I'm just saying, Kojima has talked about that he doesn't really like making Metal Gear anymore.
That's a wild prediction.
It's probably not going to happen, but dude, you gotta go out with a fucking...
Gotta go big or go home. Go big or go home, my guy. But yeah, for me, like, Breath of the Wild's my biggest one. Like, just give me Breath of the Wild. Give me something from it. But that is going to do it for us today. Make sure you let us know what your predictions are. What do you want to see from the weekend? What were your thoughts on Summer Games Fest that we talked about at the beginning, the kickoff to Summer Games Fest that we talked about at the beginning of the show? Soapy and I will be back tomorrow for another jam-packed show, I believe. Is there more Summer Games Fest going on tomorrow, right? Like, this is now a daily
throughout
thing?
the month.
Oh, man, I can't wait to see what we get tomorrow, what announcements come out before E3 this weekend. I will say we may be, or at the least because Soapy, I don't know your availability this weekend. We can kind of give and go with it, but at the very least,
This is my work weekend, so
yeah. So at the very least, I will be watching I may be watching some of the showcases right here on our YouTube channel. So go ahead and subscribe so that you're able to watch along with us. Make sure to hit that notification button as well. If you want to support us, patreon.com/MVPvids, and get into that MVP Discord. It is a great time, great community. It's the best community in the universe. Soapy and I will be back tomorrow. Thank you guys for being as awesome as you always are. And as always, have a good day, everybody.
bye.